the reason that we demonize red meat, one of them is largely because it contains saturated fat. And there's this fear that you eat saturated fat, your cholesterol levels in your blood will rise and you'll die of a heart attack. So the first point that I'd make is that there is no known mechanism by which saturated fat can actually increase blood cholesterol levels. There's two factors at play here. Okay. There's some factors that lower cholesterol and some factors that raise cholesterol. Now, the main factor that lowers cholesterol is something called fake plant cholesterol, called phytosterols. Basically, it's very similar to real human cholesterol, the human cholesterol that we make testosterone out of, that every cell membrane depends on its survival for, thyroid hormone, all of these things that depend on cholesterol. The fake plant cholesterol will disturb the normal physiological functioning, which is a good thing. And the body understands this because it rejects the vast majority of these plant-based chemicals coming in our diet. And by the way that most people get the highest dose of these fake cholesterols is in seed oils and vegetable oils, including coconut oil. So the body will only allow you to absorb 1 or 2%, which is a good thing. And interestingly enough, we've got some diseases where people through genetic mutations actually overabsorb this. Their body isn't very effective at keeping these plant sterols out. That condition is called sitosterolemia. And that condition is defined as early, premature, same thing, severe atherosclerotic disease. So people having heart attacks in their 30s. And that's because of this fake plant cholesterol, of which seed oils, vegetable oils, are incredibly rich in. Now, one of the things that these do, because they interfere with the normal function of cholesterol, they lower your cholesterol level. So now think what happens. Somebody's on a standard Western diet. They're just chowing down massive amounts of these fake plant cholesterols, and then they eliminate them from their diet and replace them with saturated fat. What's going to happen to their cholesterol level? It's going to go up. So you've got the appearance that cholesterol is going up. But in actual fact, in that situation, what's happening is that your cholesterol is just being restored to a normal, healthy physiological level. One thing that we can't ignore is that we have this U-shaped mortality curve with cholesterol levels. And we know that people, when their cholesterol goes low, then their risk of death is actually significantly, statistically, elevated. But when their cholesterol passes a certain point, their risk of mortality, it's not as steeply rising, but it still does rise. So that does indicate that there's some factors which could cause cholesterol to go high that may be deleterious. Now, we know it's not saturated fat because there's no mechanism for that. But there's other things that we do know cause it to go higher. For example, the mechanism and the proof that B12 deficiency leads to an increase in cholesterol biosynthesis, this is well established. Same is true for folate. So let's say, for example, so these people with slightly elevated cholesterol levels who are exhibiting that increase in mortality, they may be having some nutrient deficiency.